Wind blows continuously from a light breeze to cyclones that destroy everything. Landslide occurs in the hilly terrain during rainy season. Hilly terrain only it comes. And it takes place during rainy season. Natural phenomena that are hazardous. Hazardous means dangerous. Natural phenomena that are hazardous to life, property, and environment. It affects life, property, and the environment are known as natural hazards. So the natural phenomena which affects adversely to life of people, property, and environment are called natural hazards. The names of few natural phenomena are listed on the board. Identify natural hazards from the list. Identify the natural hazards from the list. Wind, sea wave, flood, cyclone, tsunami, torrential rain, continuous rain, landslide, rain. The names of few natural phenomena are listed here on the board. Identify natural hazards from the list. Passing to page 103. When natural phenomena turn hazardous. When natural phenomena turn dangerous. The pictures feature two places with landslide possibility. Two types. Where the landslide possibility is there. In which of these places will the disaster in the event of a landslide occur? In which of these places more possibility for a landslide and disaster? Many a time natural hazards do not affect humans. If somewhere away takes place where human beings are not there, it won't affect. They become disastrous when they turn out dangerous to mankind. If an iceberg breaks in Antarctica or an earthquake occurs in uninhabited desert, it will not be considered as a disaster, however much the severity. In a deserted place where no human beings, then it won't affect. And in Antarctica, it is where some penguins are there, human beings are not there, then it is affected. It is affected. Then it is not a what? It is not hazardous. Then it is not dangerous. Then it is not a disaster. When only it is dangerous, it is disaster. Somewhere in a lonely place it takes place, it is not disaster. Once Skylab, we were afraid of where Skylab would fall. Skylab fell some kilometers away from the Cape Comorin, southern end of India. So it didn't affect us. Somewhere in the Indian Ocean it had fallen and there was no disaster. Y'all had very much bothered about it. We were anxious about that where it would fall, but fortunately it fell in the Indian Ocean and there was not a hazard. Like that, in a lonely place when these disasters taking place, it is not a disaster. But if such a phenomena occurs the picture, so they turn out dangerous to mankind. It is an iceberg. If an iceberg breaks in Antarctica, Antarctica is a continent where so much ice is there and not inhabited much by human beings. If it breaks there, what for us? Antarctica or an earthquake occurs in an imbalance, uninhabited desert, earthquake occurs, what for us? It will not be considered as a disaster. If only danger to animals or especially to human beings, it is considered disaster. However much be the severity, let it take place very severely, it is not a disaster because not affecting us adversely. But if such a phenomenon occurs in a populated valley, it will become a disaster because populated valley, much people living there, then it is a disaster. Disasters occur due to natural causes are termed as natural disasters. Sometimes disasters can be due to natural causes. Sometimes can be man bombing or anything like that, or fight. When there is a missiles and then there is a disaster, it is not a natural disaster, it is a man-made disaster. When the disasters are natural, it is called a natural disaster. Natural disasters in India, we are going to study here about natural disasters in India. That means not due to disaster due to missiles sent by human beings or bombs sent by human beings or shot by human beings, not such a disaster that is considered. That disaster place in nature only we are going to consider here. In India, several people are either killed or seriously wounded in natural disasters every year. Every year, one sort of the other natural disaster takes place. Rain intolerance, flood, earthquake, cyclone, like that. Many disasters are taking place in India every year. The following is the list of the natural resources, natural disasters occurring in India. Cyclone, whirlwind, earthquake, shaking of the earth will take place. Hailstorm, and base of small ice spaces. Drought, no rain. Lightning, thunder and lightning, tsunami, waves rise, flood, avalanche, frost break, FRS, frost bite, etc. These are all the natural resources that often take place in India. Possibilities of natural resources in Kerala. Kerala is the second smallest state. First smallest state is Goa, second smallest state is Kerala. We are living in Kerala and there is a large population. Don't you remember the physiography of Kerala you learned in the previous classes? Physiography. expanse of backwaters bordered by slanting coconuts. In the western side, everywhere the backwaters are there. Coconut palm slow slanting to the in order to do photosynthesis, they were slanting to the. That is physiography. Lush green midland, cold mountain slopes in the east. So that coastal region, the midland, and the mountainous region in the east. The scenic beauty of Kerala is world famous. Tourism. However, at times the beautiful, charming visage of our land turned wild and natural calamities of extensive damage. When extensive damage is there, that due to natural calamity, that shape will change. Kerala is one of the states prone to natural calamities. Prone to natural calamities because it is very near the ocean. And in the eastern region, the mountain ranges are there. Landslide and possible to occur there. So natural calamities likely to have this because coastal region, middle region, and eastern mountain region. It is in the middle region that some less calamity can be there. Right? We identify the natural disasters that wreak havoc in Kerala. Identify the most widespread natural resources in Kerala. That flood that took place about 4 years ago. It was a very great natural calamity that took place. Which physiographic unit in Kerala experiences landslides the most? Which one? That eastern mountain region experiences landslides the maximum. Record your influences in the classroom discussion based on the following indicators. Topography, rainfall. That outer surface, how it is seen based on that. And also based on the rainfall, you have to do that. Disasters that for in landslides are the most threatening disasters in Kerala, in the mountain region, in the high ranges, and then when it rains, part of the mountain will slide and will happen for falling into the on the top, on the down, and people will go under that, and it is dangerous. Landslides are the most threatening disasters in Kerala. Some places in the eastern hilly region face the threat of landslides as the monsoon clouds accumulate over Kerala. When the monsoon starts, it is in the June, July month that most of the landslides occur. The Midland also experience landslides along slopes during the monsoon season. Some landslides in the Midlands also take place. Because in the Midland also there are very small mountains. It depicts the recent landslide at Pullorambara, Kozhikode district. Kozhikode district at Pullorambara. It depicts the recent landslide. That photo given there depicts the landslide. What information could you gather from these pictures? So based on the topography is the possibility of the disaster to take place. All were in deep sleep, were woken up by an ear shattering noise. All were sleeping. Then big voice, ear shattering noise. By then it was all over. By then all had fallen into. Almost simultaneously with the noise, all this took place. Myself, means I was the one who experienced this has written. I was there, and a wall alone were left behind. That means the house fell. What had not fallen was a wall alone. Everything was washed out, here and near. The family members and the neighbors. All forever means they died forever. What you read is the experience of a landslide survivor. That means one who did not die, he experienced landslide. He survived from the landslide. He writes about his experience. In fact, all landslides speak of the sufferings of many such people. So those who have survived knew the situation and they have written this. National Center for National Center for Earth Science Studies has identified that places with a slope of 20 degrees are prone to landslide. Less slide, no possibility for a landslide. For example, 5 or 10 degrees only. But when that slope increases, it reaches 20 degree possibility for landslide. 20 degree or more possibility for landslide. What is landslide? During severe regions, large quantity of water seeps pours in the soil. When more water has come, this excess water that will exert pressure. Due to the pressure of water, the soil under the loose rocks will move downwards. Pressure of water, it is exerted upon the soil. So what will happen to the soil? Soil will be moved downwards, rock will be there itself. So there is a detachment between rock and soil. Soil will sink downwards. Due to gravity, the whole or part of the area will collapse into a great noise. When the sand has detached from there and is sinking down, the rock alone cannot exist there. Rock is free. So the rock also will sink downwards. So what happens? Part of the area itself will collapse with great noise. Due to gravity, it is pulled down and that area collapses with great noise. The phenomenon is known as landslide. So, due to water pressure, the sand will sink first, then the rock also will happen to sink together, and their sinking down occurs. This phenomenon is called a landslide. Following this, the water that is stored in the soil starts flowing down as stream. Water that was above the soil will sink downwards and they will flow as a stream. Many a time, this flow will last only for a few days. Flow of water has started. It won't form a river, however. It is a short place only. This flow won't exist for long time. Many a time this flow will last only for a few days. But on some occasions, these may become permanent streams. Times like that forming will be becoming permanent streams. In most times, it will just make a flow there, causing some disaster in the nearby region also. Anyhow, this is not going from a river. Many of these streams in hilly terrains are formed in this manner. There are many hilly streams. They are small streams. They are mostly formed in this manner. The valleys formed by the continuous erosion by streams. So the valleys will be formed by the continuous erosion. Erosion means soil erosion here. Continuous erosion stream will grow. There will be continuous erosion stream that will grow in areas in course of time. So that will extend to the neighboring areas in course of time. The valleys formed by the continuous erosion by streams. Continuous erosion by streams will grow in area in course of time. The scientific world believes that the belief of the scientific world. The scientific world believes that such a formation of streams is a part of the landform evolution. Landform evolution, new lands are formed. New lands are formed like this. The scientific world believes that such a formation of streams are formed. Such a formation of streams is a part of the landform evolution. New lands are evolved. Many a time, the unscientific interventions of man are identified as the cause, as the case occurrence for landslides. Why do landslides occur? Many a times, the unscientific interventions are. When intervening, that should not be unscientific. Many a time, the unscientific interventions of man, unscientific interventions of man are identified as a cause, as a case occurrence for landslides. The case occurrence for landslides is mainly due to the unscientific intervention of man. Look at the pictures 7.6. You can see the topography. These pictures feature the transformation of a place for a period of 50 years. Over a period of 50 years. In 15 years, these changes took place. These pictures feature the transformation of a place. From the picture, we can understand how the transformation has taken place to these places. And in about a period of 50 years, this transformation took place. What changes should you identify in the region? The population increase. That is when this transformation takes place, when plain land is formed and when the land is fertile, population will increase. Activities of man which are deforestation, cutting down of forest, deforestation, and unscientific activities along hill slopes weaken the slopes. When the trees are cut off, slopes will slip. Unscientific activities along hill slopes weaken the slopes. Slopes will be cut off. Slopes will fall down. Activities of man such as deforestation and unscientific activities along hill slopes weaken the slopes. What are the unscientific activities along hilly terrains? Demolishing hillside of, so trees will be cut off and soil will be taken from there for selling, for transporting to other places. Cultivation of crops that need frequent tillage along steep slopes. These steep slopes will be used for cultivation. So in that place it is to be tilled. When tilling is done, the soil will get moved, shaken. Construction of houses and other building along steep slopes. Along steep slopes, construction of buildings. When such are done, sometimes there is a possibility for that to move. Shaking will, when water falls at a high force, sometimes those buildings may go from there. Not so much safety there. Construction of houses and other buildings along the steep slopes. So don't, as far as possible, make such buildings on these steep slopes. Steep slopes. Avoid making buildings there. Such activities of man aggravates the chance for landslides. When these sort of activities are done, it will aggravate the fall of sleep, landslides. Space is one of the crucial problems. The lack of space is one of the crucial problems. Space required. That Kerala faces. In Kerala, land is very costly and there is lack of space. Populated, highly populated place. That even in hills also we are constructing houses. Besides, more than 30% of the total land area in Kerala consists of slopes also. Total area slopes we can't avoid because no place, plain place alone we can't get it, or we can't be satisfied with the plain place alone. Where all these people will live, where houses will be made. So 30% is on slopes. Besides, more than 30% of the total land area of Kerala consists only slopes also. Other than slopes alone, we can't get it. Plain place alone we wanted to buy means may not be available that much. Slopes also will have to utilize. Such activities of man aggravate the chances for landslides. Possibility aggravates, makes greater. Aggravates the chances for landslides. Lack of space is one of the crucial problems that Kerala faces. No space. Thickly populated. In cities and all, no space at all. Lack of space is one of the problems that Kerala faces, crucial problem that Kerala faces. Besides, more than 30% of the total land area of Kerala consists of slopes only. Hence, it is very essential that land utilization should be scientific. And no place to make a house, we make on slopes and anywhere. But you have to think scientifically, we have to make it. Unscientifically makes it will cause for disaster. Scientific land use practice. We are now to study about scientific land use. Hillsides may be transformed into terraces. It can be transformed into terraces in order to reduce loss. So instead of making houses on slopes, cut into terraces, and then on the terraces make the houses. Some more safety is there. The course of the natural streams in hilly terrain should not be blocked. The course of the natural streams. There are natural streams. Consider them first. Don't try to block them and make houses. So the course of the natural streams in the hilly terrain should not be blocked. Don't block the course of streams. They are natural, they are powerful. Don't play with it. Don't interfere their procedure. Let it go. And don't block them. Construction activities along steep slopes should be avoided. They are making construction activities along slopes. Don't make construction activities in the slopes. 25th April 2015, now 7 years only. Time 11:41. Majority of the people of Barpak village were engaged in their work. Some of the basmati fields, where basmati rice is cultivated, they were there. Same in the tea plantation. Same in the tea plantations. Some are in the tea plantations. Some in the tea plantations. And a few of the workshops of the streets. And a few in the workshops of the streets. There were workshops in the streets. Everyone was busy on a warm day. One day they worked well. Everyone was busy on a warm day that came after month-long cold. It was winter season. Severe winter gone, and now there was some warm days in summer season. Suddenly, without any warning, natural calamities come with warning. Suddenly, without any warning, the whole surface of the earth shivered. The whole surface of the earth shivered. The building shook violently. Like ships in numbers. What happens to ships in numbers? They will be violently moving. Then collapsed like a house of cards. So the whole village, they what happened then? Collapsed like a house of cards. If you make a playing, children playing, make a house with the cards. If a small jolt is given from the bottom, all will fall down. So the houses collapse like a house of cards. Bridges collapse, bridges are all man-made only in the earth. If the earth's surface is affected, everything is nothing. No strength. Bridges collapsed and the electric was toppled. Fell down. Even the century-old buildings were not spared. There were buildings very strong, century, hundreds of years, 100 years. Even the century-old buildings were not spared. What you read is about an earthquake in the havoc. Earthquake and the havoc it caused. There were 40 aftershocks within 24 hours of this incident. That is, at first when severe incident suddenly abruptly took place. That was the shock. After that, there were 40 aftershocks. That means 40 times again there was small germs. By that time, the places within 200 kilometer radius of the city of Kathmandu were severely damaged. Places 200 kilometers away were also affected. The places within 200 kilometers radius of the city of Kathmandu were severely damaged. The Earth scientists identified that the focus of the earthquake, which took the death toll to cover 10,000 was. The Earth scientists identified that the focus of this earthquake, which took the death toll to over 10,000, more than 10,000, was 30 kilometers below the meeting point, 30 kilometers below the meeting point of the latitude 28.15 degree north and longitude 84 degree 7 inches. So the point exactly telling here. Where it was latitude 28 degree 15 minutes north and longitude 84 degrees 7 minutes east. Locate the above focus with the help of an atlas. You take an atlas and you locate the place because exactly told the latitude and longitude. When the latitude and longitude given, we can find the exact place in the map that where it took place. It was at Kathmandu, exactly where which point of Kathmandu you can look from the atlas. Where is Kathmandu? It is in Nepal, capital of Nepal. All the fact shattered in Nepal. You have read the description of the Nepal this what is given now and has been told now is the description of the Nepal earthquake. You have read the description of the Nepal earthquake. Each earthquake speaks to the earthquake, speaks to the suffering of several people. You remember what you have learned about earthquake? Earthquake-prone regions are there. Some places more likely for earthquake to take place. More earthquake-prone regions are there. And the reason behind it, try to recollect. Why certain regions are more prone to earthquake? You find out the reason. Based on the topography and geography, you can try to find out the reason. The disaster intensity of earthquakes in India. Observe the map showing the intensity of earthquake disaster in India. So the figure is given here and also map. Observe the map showing the intensity of earthquake disaster in India. Earthquake disaster intensity map. You will see which places earthquake intensity is there. Kerala region almost less only. And Gujarat region there is. Assamese region there is. And in Himalayan region there is. Answer the following questions by referring to map. Identify the states, regions that come under very high intensity earthquake disaster zone. Kerala not in South India less only, North India more possibility, Assamese region more possibility. How intense is earthquake disaster in Kerala? Identify the states, regions with least earthquake disaster intensity. Kerala less intensity, Middle India less intensity, but in Bhopal region there is none. Other places not. West India, Gujarat region, East India, Assamese region, and some Himalayan regions are like places. Middle India and all except that Madhya Pradesh region a little, other than that not. So earthquake prone places we can understand from the map. Identify the states or regions with the least earthquake disaster intensity. Earthquake disaster intensity in Kerala. The map shows that Kerala also is not free from earthquake disaster. The possibility is there. Kerala is considered as a region with moderate earthquake disaster. Some earthquake may take place. Kerala is considered as a region with moderate earthquake disaster in Kerala. Based on the recent increase in the number of as a region with moderate earthquake disaster intensity based on the recent increase in the number of disasters associated with the earthquake. Earlier days there was no earthquake, but recently some earthquakes also. I have undergone earthquake. Some years ago, my house is around there. It was while I was sleeping, there was an earthquake. I went out. We went out then. Then cross and all began to cry because they own the coconut farm and they flew away from that. And after some 10 minutes, we went to home back. It was only some 10 minutes that earthquake took place. What feeling was that I felt like walking on a moving train, like that. From the house I was walking out, then I had the feeling that they were going on a moving train. On the bed I was sleeping. So I felt that I am in a train in a sleeper sleeping or some as if in a moving train when we are sleeping on a sleeper, how it felt like that also. And then radio news came on the street radio only. Radio news came that Uttar Pradesh that earthquake had taken place. And 2 days after the newspaper came on the streets, slowly only news also came. Newspaper came and terrible earthquake had taken place in earthquake. About 2,000 people died. Such earthquake had taken place. And its wave also reached to Kerala. It is only that had happened to them. So in my life, I have experienced earthquake. Increasing number of disasters associated with the earthquake. It means that we need to be cautious. So we have to be cautious about where earthquakes will come. The construction of large buildings in scientifically active zones should be avoided. So what we have to do? The construction of large buildings should be avoided. Multi-storied, 10, 15, 20-storied buildings like that, avoid it. Construction of large buildings in means regions where earthquake is possible. In such places, don't construct very multi-storied buildings. Precautions. It is impossible to prevent earthquakes. We can't because it's a phenomenon taking on the earth. We are living on the earth. What precaution we can take when earth is talking? We can't stop it. But the severity of the havoc can be reduced by scientific measures. Only thing we can do is to avoid the severity of that. Can be reduced. Havoc. The severity of the havoc can be reduced by scientific measures. We can't avoid earthquake. We have to adapt to that. Means by scientifically, the havoc of that can be reduced. The heavy damage is due to the fact that the buildings could not withstand the impact of earthquakes. The buildings are installed in the earth, rooted in the earth. If that region and shakes, when the base of the building shakes, the whole building will fall. Most people die or get severely injured by the collapse of buildings. People are in buildings. When the building collapses, what happens? Maybe stones and rocks will be on our body. So most people die in a building when earthquake has taken place. Hence, adopt seismic resistant construction. When buildings are constructed, avoid seismic resistant construction. That is earthquake resistant construction. Like that, try. light roofs are comparatively safe. When big roofs are there, not safe. But without a big roof, how multi-storied buildings could be made? For multi-storied buildings must have big roof. But big rooted buildings are unsafe. What does it mean? Don't construct multi-storied buildings. Have short-heighted buildings only. A few stories only. Multi-storied don't make. Multi-storied buildings are more prone to earthquakes. Light roofs are comparatively safe. Roof heavy materials not safe. Light roof is to be made with materials which are less weighted. So even if fall on our body won't get damaged. So in regions where earthquake is prone, light roofs are to be made or light roofs are made. Then we are studying about earthquake. Now we are going to study about flood. The flood hazard. Kerala is home to 44 rivers. There are 44 rivers flowing through Kerala, enough rivers. Starting from the west, starting from the east. Starting from the east and flowing towards the west, there are 44 rivers that originate from the slopes of the Sahyadri, our mountain. Eastern side, there is the Sahyadri, the Western Ghats is there. So the rivers start from the Sahyadri. They flood for a, there is a figure given and there is flood shown here. The flood for a, also this blue color, to ensure stability, reading columns. Died in the later, in the Lettur earthquake, Lettur, L-A-T-U-R, Lettur. Many died in the Lettur earthquake. Several were injured. Majority of this happened due to the collapse of buildings. In the earthquake, why did many people die? It was due to the collapse of buildings. But in Japan, where earthquakes are frequent, Japan earthquakes often take place. In Japan, earthquakes are frequent, such accidents are comparatively less. In Japan, earthquakes take place, but accidents are comparatively less because they make a light roof the houses and leave that. But in Japan, where earthquakes are frequent, such accidents are comparatively less. They follow quake resistant construction. Their construction itself is quake resistant. Quake resistant construction practices for buildings. They know that earthquakes will come. To resist that, accordingly, they have made their building. Shouldn't we concentrate on the strength of our houses instead of their beautification? We spend money and is very thoughtful and careful about making the houses beautiful. Now, are we considering the strength of it? So let us concentrate on their health, strength also. Shouldn't we concentrate on the strength of our houses? Shouldn't we concentrate on the strength of our houses instead of their beautification? Flood. A few of our documents, a few old documents, the earliest known records of flood that was believed to have occurred in Kerala is that of CE 371, many years ago. CE 371 one flood took place. Flood occurred following the earthquake of CE 1341. So after the earthquake of CE 1341, there was flood. So two floods now occurred along Kerala coast as well. Greek scholar Pliny has recorded the event in his book Natural History. The memories of a flood that still remain in the minds of the eldest surviving generation in Kerala. So earlier one mentioned, not many years on. That flood, I have heard about it. The mentions of a flood that still remain in the minds of the eldest. I have heard elders saying about that. Eldest surviving generation in Kerala, that of 99. That is 99 means 1899. I have heard my father saying that while 99 flood he had played in canoe there and going through land and earlier days while I was a boy, whenever there was some small flood, elders used to say, oh, 99 flood, what it was. People used to say terribly. 99 means 1899, what flood it was. I have heard one of the witnesses. My father, grandfather, etc. had seen that flood. And my old neighbors also, while I was a boy, my old neighbors used to say that they had witnessed the 99 flood, terribly flood, very so much flood, water to a high level it rose. And then children played in canoes. On those days, so many canoes were on the boat, which is going without engine. I have also played in boat like that. When water is there, if a boat is going, rowing boat is going, it is possible to go in that. Kerala is that of 99, that is 1899. That is Malayalam era 1099. That of 99, that is Malayalam era 1099 as part of the English calendar is CF 1924. Oh, sorry, not English. I told you that 1894. Sorry, not 1899. I told. Sorry, not 1899. Not English era. English era different. After 1899 only it took. So it is Malayalam era 99. 1099. Malayalam era 1099. That old people used to say about early people who get father, grandfather, and all elderly neighbors they told Malayalam era. They were not very much knowing about English era. So which that is Malayalam era 1099. Then what is English era? 1924, not many years. It is only 99 years. This is 2022. So actually it is only about it is only about 99 years that it had it is only 99 years that it had taken place. That great flood 99 years ago only. Malayalam era that took place in with 1099, but English colors 1924.